Somewhere deep in the reaches of space, there is a place called Planet Vegan, completely populated by vegans and pretty much green everywhere. Let's dive in and check this planet out.
Welcome to the planet of the Exponents.
I am Sir Flappy Bottom.
And I am General Billy Bob.
And we are co-founders of the Planet of the Exponents.
I am one of the math magicians of Planet of the Exponents, and I will be explaining the rules to you and how to follow them and what not to do.
On this planet, there is beautiful wildlife. It is also a very beautiful planet. As you can see, it is always blue in the sky, and there are no clouds whatsoever, and you cannot eat meat unless you get in trouble.
All of that is great, but in this planet there's also mosquitoes, hurricanes, tornadoes, blizzards, volcanoes, which erupt 5 times a day. So, I wouldn't consider this place a great vacation area for you. But, I don't know. If you like to be in immortal danger, then go here.
On this planet, we have many rules you must follow.
I am the math magician of Planet of the Exponents, and I'm going to be teaching you about product of the powers rule. And I'm going to be using my wand of exponential power to teach it to you, using these examples on the board. Come closer. Now, when using the same bases, like 7s we have here, you add the exponents. So, 7 to the 2nd times 7 to the 7th equals 7 to the 9th. Because 2 plus 7 equals 9. So, 7 to the 2nd plus times 7 to the 7th equals 7 to the 9th. Got it? Okay, good. Now this is what you do not do, because this is a no-no. Here. They did, for their example, they did 7 to the 2nd times 7 to the 7th equals 7 to the 14th. No, that is not correct. They multiplied their exponents. You are not supposed to multiply the exponents. Only add them. 2 plus 7 equals 9, not 14. This is bad. And I think that concludes our lesson for now.
And if you do not follow this rule, all of your Christmas presents will be fried chicken.
It is me, and I am back again to teach you another lesson called the Quotient of Powers rule. And if you direct your attention up to here on the board of examples, this is what you should do. When dividing exponents, or powers, more likely, more aptly, that's correct, with the same base, you subtract the exponents. So 6 to the 8th divided by 6 to the 4th is equal to 6 to the 4th. Because 8 minus 4 is equal to 4. So you just subtract the exponents when dividing. I almost confused myself. And I am the wizard at this. So, this is an incorrect example. They, for their answer, they took 6 to the 8th divided by 6 to the 4th and got 6 to the 2nd. You don't want to divide the exponents. You keep the same base and you subtract. So this answer should be 4. You do not want to divide the base, because really 6 to the 4th is some number, and 6 to the 8th is some number, and so 6 to the 8th divided by 6 to the 4th would still be 6 to the 4th, because it's just subtracting the other number. So, I believe that's a horrible explanation of what this rule is, but there you have it.
Beautiful. If you do not follow this rule, you'll be a slave to the Burger King, like this demented fellow. He's been working here for over 70 years. He is still a kid, and we have no idea how he got to my house. I have no idea.
I am back and returning to teach you about a new rule with my wand. It is called Power of a Product. Rule, of course. And it involves more exponents. Hooray! So come up here. Bring your small bodies as I teach you about this new rule. So, to do this, the example problem is 5x to the 4th, in parentheses, to the 2nd power. Now, to do this, you have to take this exponent of 2 to each individual factor. In this case, this problem right here, there are 2 individual factors, both 5 and x to the 4th. So, to do this, you'll want to take the exponent of 2 to the 5. So 5 to the 2nd, which would give you 25 as your answer for the first part of the problem. And then you'll want to take x to the 4th raised to the power of 2. So, when the 2 is outside of the parentheses, you multiply the exponents. So when the 2 is outside of the parentheses, you multiply the exponents. So this would be 4 times 2 equals 8. So this answer right here would be x to the 8th. So your final answer for this problem would be 25x to the 8th. Okay, now this is what people do wrongly often. So for this problem, it's the same as the one up here. It was 5x to the 4th, in parentheses, to 2nd power. Now, what they did was they completely forgot to take this 2 to the 5. So they just left the answer as 5 because I don't know what they're thinking. They're crazy. So, then, instead of multiplying these 2 exponents, they added them to get 6, like one of the previous rules. When the 2, or any exponent, actually, is outside of the parentheses, you always multiply. Don't add. So it's 4 times 2 would equal 8. So this is incorrect. Refer to this example up here. It is correct. And I think that concludes this lesson so far.
This planet has so many vegans. If you do not follow this rule, you will have to befriend a cow. Watch it grow up. Love it. Nurture it. And then kill it! Cook it! And eat it!
I am back with a super easy rule to teach you guys. It's called the zero exponent rule. Now, for this rule, any number to the 0 power is always going to be 1. That's simple. 1 to the 0 power equals 1. 2 to the 0 power equals 1. 3 to the 0 power equals 1. 4 to the 0 power equals 1. 5 to the 0 power equals 1. 1,637,543 to the 0 power equals 1. Infinity to the 0 power equals 1. So, simple. Anything to the 0 power equals 1. It does not equal 0. You do not multiply this together. You do not multiply them together. It does not equal 0. It's just by itself. To the 0 power is always 1. Any number with the 0 power is always 1. That's all you need to know. If you see a 0 next to the number, the base, the answer is always going to be 1. That is all. That's all you need to know.
If you do not follow this rule, you will be stabbed with a stake. No, not that stake. This stake.
Okay, I am returning for one final time to teach you one last lesson. It is the negative exponent rule. Here's the example on the board. 3 to the negative 2nd, which is going to equal 1 over 3 to the 2nd. Okay? So 3 to the negative 1st would be 1/3. But since it's 3 to the negative 2nd, it's going to be 1/3 squared, or 1 over 3 to the power of 2. However you want to say it, doesn't really matter. But 1 over 3 to the power of 2 can be simplified to 1/9, because 3 to the 2nd power equals 9. So any number with a negative exponent is basically just a fraction of the number. Pretty simple like that. This is what you do not want to do. 3 to the negative second does not equal negative 9. What they did was they took 3 to the power of 2 and just stuck a negative sign in front of it. You don't want to stick a negative sign in front of it, because the only way you would put a negative sign in front of it is if there was a negative sign in front of the 3 and it wasn't an even number for the exponent. But that's a different rule that I won't get into. So, it's just a fraction of the number. You don't multiply these together until you get to the denominator stage of the fraction. Follow this example for further reference points. This is what you do. It's always a fraction of the number. And this concludes my seminar.
If you don't follow this rule, you'll be shot by meatballs. Oh gosh, he found some meatballs! Ah, no! Oh God! Oh gosh,
Fatality. Thank you for checking out our planet, and we hope to see you soon.